Hi everyone, this video is going to talk about ventilator alarm and how to deal with it. Do you often act like this?
学姐，我先起来浪了，怎么办？
Don't know what to do every time when ventilator alarms? Let's keep on watching. Ventilator alarm is a huge pressure for new grad nurses, so this is a concept map. Hope new nurses will be less afraid after this learning video. We divide ventilator alarms into 4 types. We will explain why and how to deal with each condition. Common ventilator alarm is divided into 4 types. Airway pressure high, minute ventilation low, airway pressure low, minute ventilation high, and apnea. Airway pressure high. These are common causes of high airway pressure. First is airway obstruction, including bronchospasm and mucoid impaction. Others are patients causing kinking of endotracheal tube, patients biting the endotracheal tube, hemothorax or pneumothorax. Still can't remember it? It's okay, let's watch a TikTok first.
I'ma make you pump like that. Make you pump that. Make you pump that.
And now let's talk about how to solve these problems. You can check patients' breathing sound, check the circuits for obstruction or kinking, and suction if necessary. Call respiratory therapist for help if ventilator keeps alarming. There are 3 common causes of MV low or airway pressure low. First, circuit disconnection. Second, water trap leak. Third, water in the circuit. Let's watch one more TikTok to get a better understanding. After finding out the problem, it will be easy to solve. We only need to check every junctions, like check the circuit or water trap for leaks or disconnection, and drain water from the circuit. Before start talking about mini ventilation, there is an equation we need to know first. That is tidal volume multiplied by the respiratory rate equal minute ventilation. So, when patient has shortness of breath or too large tidal volume, all of this will cause high minute ventilation. Let's watch the last TikTok.
Everybody make some TikTok. TikTok.
After patient's assessment, we can advise respiratory therapists to modify ventilator setting or not. Ensure ventilator setting is proper. If the patient agitates, then try to comfort them and let them calm down. Explain to them why they need to keep intubated. If the patient keeps fighting with ventilator, advise doctor to use sedation drugs or muscle relaxant. The last one we want to talk about is apnea. The definition of apnea is no breathing no more than 10 seconds. This situation only happens when patient is trying weaning. As a nurse, we can observe patient's apnea duration and frequency, then ask respiratory therapists to modify ventilator setting. Do you remember all of this after the introductions? Thanks for listening and see you next time.